Hello there, super coaches. Are you ready to up-level your skills and find some new dimensions and some new superpowers within your coaching skill set? In this video, I am highlighting 8 master coaches and 8 lessons from them that I personally used to up-level my coaching skills. Let's unlock some superpowers. Let's get this party started. The first idea is from master coach Rich Litvin. Rich talks about this distinction that really stands out and really brings your attention to what people are usually listening to. You already know that listening is one of the most powerful skills in a coaching container. So what is it that you're even listening for? Rich calls these distinctions as listening for agreement or listening for insight. See, most of us are always listening for agreement. We're trying to listen to what the person is saying and trying to find what's the common thread, and then we agree to it. And that's how our natural tendency of listening is. But as a coach, you want to upgrade that tendency. You want to listen for insight. What is it that the person is really saying? It may not be apparent. It may be something that you need to dig a little bit deeper, stay curious towards, ask follow-up questions so you can really tap into that insight or can help your client tap into that insight. The second insight I have for you is from Michael Neill. Michael Neill literally wrote the book Supercoach, and the insight is so very powerful. Michael says, your thoughts are like snow globe. To gain clarity, you first need to let it sit without any more inputs or noise. Have you ever held a snow globe and then you shook it ferociously? You would see that the snow is everywhere and you can't really make out what's behind. You can't really fully see the scene. Michael talks about mind being the same. When we have so many thoughts happening at the same time, we can't fully see what's actually that is the thought behind the thought. What is it that's really happening for us? Michael invites us and invites our clients to slow down, so that we can really let all of that snow settle, so we can really listen and really see and really have the insight on what really is happening. The third insight I want to share with you today comes from Christine Hassler. Christine says, you're not always speaking to your client. Sometimes you're speaking to the child within them that still needs to hear certain words. You see, when we are working with a client, sometimes the client is, yes, an adult, but the child within them is who's responding to the situations that are happening around them. The child within them is actually in control. And this is the time that you need to be present to who you're really speaking with. Are you speaking to the person that is in front of you, like the adult, mature, rational being, or the child that is within them? If you can have an understanding of who you're speaking with, you can have a certain conversation with the child within them or the adult that is in front of you. The fourth insight comes from Christy Whitman. Christy says, you have access to unlimited energy. Try inviting energy into your body. Focus on that for 3 minutes and notice how revitalized you feel. This is one of those ideas that I think we all, especially as coaches, really need to listen and really need to understand. See, as a coach, our job is to hold space for people. Sometimes that means that we are exerting a lot of energy to be able to stay in presence of something that may be hard for us to receive, may be hard for us to hear, may be hard for us to acknowledge. Maybe it's hard for our clients as well. And so sometimes after a coaching session, you may feel like you gave it all, that you have no energy left, that everything that you have before the session, you don't have anymore. But here is the switch in perspective that Christy brings. Christy says, there is no point in your life that you have drained all the energy. What may happen is in that moment, you feel like you don't have any energy. But if you would let that energy pour onto you and let it pour onto you for 3 minutes, you will instantly feel more fueled. You would feel more energized. I practice this idea myself. Any single time I feel that I don't have the energy anymore, I feel I'm drained, or I feel like I don't have more capacity to do something, if I'm required to do something, all I need is a few minutes with myself, just letting energy flow through me, and I feel refueled. I feel re-energized. I get present again, and I'm able to serve from my tank fully full back onto my clients. The fifth idea is from Master Coach Jason Goldberg. Jason says, start using distinctions and metaphors in anything you communicate. Ever since I heard Jason say that, it has changed the way I coach. I have realized that the power of distinctions and metaphors is so much deeper, so much more powerful when you're coaching a client, because it's easier for our clients to capture the idea, to be able to remember the idea, so they can really actively use that in their lives as well. Metaphors and distinctions are powerful, and if you have a big Rolodex of them, you can use them in multiple coaching sessions again and again and again. The sixth idea is from powerful couple and amazing coaches, Jan and Monica Zand. Here's what Jan and Monica says. To connect with someone in a better way, notice when they are present in the emotional realm and reflect them in that same realm until you both switch to be in a mental one. This is such a powerful idea, and I'm sure this has happened to you in your life at some point. It has happened in mine. A lot of times I'm talking to somebody and they're talking from their emotional selves. They're talking about something really passionately, and because I'm not in the same realm as them, I am thinking, oh, they're looking for a solution. They're trying to find something practical, and I start talking in practical terms. And very often I find that we end up in a conflicting zone or kind of disconnected from each other, because we are operating in two different realms. See, when somebody is operating or is in their emotional realm, they are passionate about something, they're emotional about something, and you start to practically give solutions on top of it, it's a mismatch. It doesn't really create a bond. To be able to see each other, to be able to really reflect with each other, both of you need to meet in the same realm. If one person is in the emotional realm, you need to meet them in the emotional realm. If one person is in the practical realm, you need to meet them in the practical or mental realm. And if you don't match the realm, it is a big possibility that you won't be able to really connect with your client. You won't be able to really connect with your partner. So invite yourself into that realm and first get present with the person in that realm. And then when you're ready, switch to the mental realm. The seventh idea is from health coach Ronan Diego. Here's what Ronan says. Health is a conversation between you and your body. When's the last time you talked to each other? This idea was so powerful to change my personal health. You see, we take our body for granted. We are born in this body, it grows with us, and we just operate in the world with this body just with us all the time. So because it's always there, we feel like there is nothing as a relationship that we need to build with our body. But because of all the noise, all the stressors, all the situations around us in the world, often we forget that this is one of the strongest relationships that we have. Our body takes anything that we give to it. We would ignore what our body needs for something that our taste bud likes, or we would stay up till late just because of a Netflix show without realizing that what toll it takes on our body. And that was such an interesting idea that once I played and toyed with to say, okay, I have a body that actually makes this experience real. Like, we are in this physical world thanks to this body. Like, this body is the one that feels, touches, listens to what I am saying, watches what I am doing, helps me create all these amazing things. So every experience that I enjoy is thanks to this body. But I've never really had a conversation with this body to really go, I hear you, and what is it that you need from me? I've never expressed gratitude, or I had never expressed gratitude. I never expressed an understanding that I wanted to build with the body. But ever since I heard about this idea, I started to have, I know it sounds a little weird, but I started to have conversations with my body. I started to talk to my body and started to listen what my body was telling me back. It helped me change my attitude towards health. It helped me change my relationship with food. It helped me change my relationship with my entire being in my body. And ever since my relationship with my body changed, my life has completely transformed. My relationship is deeper. I have a better time as a parent. I am less snappy. I'm a lot more present. My business has grown tremendously. My friendships have strengthened. My confidence has gone up dramatically. And the idea was really simple. When was the last time you had a conversation with your body? Once you start having that conversation with your body, you will realize you become incredibly healthy, and that will help you really live the best version of yourself. The eighth idea I want to share with you today, which is again a really powerful one, comes from Margaret Moore. Margaret says, 80% of us are in the pre-contemplation and contemplation stages, meaning we are not ready to change. Readiness is a combination of motivation and confidence. If you reach 6 or a 7 on 1 to 10 scale for both of these, we are usually ready for change and action. This is a very interesting and very important distinction to realize, is that not everybody is ready for change just because it's the right thing to do. It's not about that. It's very much about us thinking about that we want change, us contemplating, or us just having a little bit of an idea that we would like this new life. But if our motivation and our confidence of having that change and having that outcome is not at least at a 6 or a 7, it's very unlikely that we will actually follow through on any action. So this understanding is very important, because sometimes when you go, oh, why is my client not changing? Why is it that my clients keep saying that they want X, but they don't do the stuff to get X? Well, now you know why. They might not be at a 6 or a 7, and our job might be to get them to that number, if that is what they truly desire, or to work with items in their life where they're already at a 6 or a 7 out of 10 in motivation and confidence to be able to cause that change. Now, these are just 8 ideas. These 8 ideas alone can be transformative for your business, but many such ideas are actually available inside the EverCoach membership. See, all the different coaches that I highlighted today are actually people I learned from through our EverCoach membership. If you're ready for that big transformation, if your motivation to create a successful coaching business is a 6 or a 7, you want to check out EverCoach membership. You can find more details in the notes below. But if you're not at a 9 out of 10 and you're just like, hey, listen, I just want to learn more from YouTube, well, my next video is amazing for you, because in the next video, I give you 16 books that you may want to look at to upgrade your coaching skills. See you in the next video.